talking too loud, and then it's too loud because it's not. I don't hear.
Whatever you have to do, fine.
Yeah.
So do you want to live in here with this guy?
Right? Yeah, I don't know. I just like.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's cool. It just sounds good. Like, I mean,
I like it better. I think we can actually. You can manipulate your voice better too for it once you hear it.
Yeah.
Well, you're the rock star. You know about this.
Yeah,
this is my first time doing a podcast.
So I mean, you could try putting one ear on.
I only have one good ear though, but okay, I'll put it on my bad ear.
Does that not work?
I can hear it in my bad ear because it's so loud.
So we have Johnny Krump on the podcast today, which I'm really excited about. I just met him a couple weeks ago. Danielle brought him over to our Monday night meeting, and
about a month ago.
I guess certain people just have a certain energy that you kind of, I just liked him right away. I felt like I thought I could tell there was something there.
like him too. I hope he sticks around and he doesn't.
Veronica just mentioned something that kind of rang true though. She was like, "Yeah, I hope he can," because you're kind of gnarly. I feel
you mean talking about quitting drinking?
Yeah, I feel like you're the odds of you being able to stay sober, like you're really gonna need to. I don't know. I just feel like you might need to just like go to a place like Liberty House. Like you said that yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we do this? Like, if you can't stay sober, like. I think we need to agree that you should just like go. Like, how are we going to save this guy's life? Like he's not.
We're already doing it.
Yeah,
he's
I think we're doing
to go
good.
somewhere in a week.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going.
But he's going back home.
No, but I'm going into so I'm going to Wisconsin. It's going to be really good people, really structured, and I'll be back in a month.
Okay, so
my
Johnny sometimes doesn't give the full truth. So you are going into a program. A program, correct?
We're talking about like giving the full truth.
But just
yeah, I'm going into a 30-day intensive.
But just so everyone knows.
Cut to me and my brother just fucking drinking. No, so
hey, Johnny,
so listen,
you have to. Here's the thing: you have to make sure that if you're gonna be loud,
oh yeah,
just like
don't
do it into the mic.
I might even just have to go to Oregon.
You could probably.
I don't know if you guys know, but I've got this thing with my voice where it gets.
Yeah, we know, and he's got one too, and I'm like super quiet. So
yeah, that's actually why I think it's okay if you don't need the headphones. If you don't want them, if you don't need them, they don't really.
I
can
like
hear
them,
your voice,
but it's too loud for me, especially right now.
Yeah.
I can hear your voice.
Oh shit, the niacin's kicking in.
Ooh.
Oh wow. So let me just. I just
want to Billy doing Oxycontin.
I want to just. I just want to say to everyone that Johnny's like actually really smart, really funny. And his stories are fucking insane. I just posted 2 videos on TikTok about him crying because he saw a video from the men's groomer.
I mean, that seems like a really good person to me. And when you so
yeah.
Also, like I'm not.
You know who that is? The men's groomer. Yeah. He watched one of his videos and he just started crying on the couch right now.
Really?
You kind of missed this moment that I.
How do you
Can I tell you? Can I talk a little bit about our day with it? Is that okay, Johnny?
Yeah, we were going to talk. Well,
like things that were said and stuff.
No, can we leave? I'll get into because I told you the truth right afterwards. I don't know, and I don't because my brothers are veterans.
Okay,
and I don't want them. I want to show them this, and I don't want to get into things about. But yeah, we can talk about what I told you afterwards.
I won't.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually do want to say this. And I think we should say this before every podcast.
What's that?
Whatever you say on this podcast is getting posted.
Right.
Okay, so I can't spend the money and the time to do all this and then have my guest come back the next day and be like, you know what? Like, I don't want you to post that. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, sorry. Like,
no, I kind of figured that. No.
So just make sure that you say what you want to say, and we need to tell people this.
Yeah,
you've already brought this up, but like So here's the thing: is I'm gonna forget because I don't give a fuck.
I think everyone should know as soon as they walk in this door that they better just know that Really?
Well, no, I'm kind of aware of that part. Just no, that was kind of a reflux thing, and then I caught myself, and I told you the truth about that topic.
I'm not so worried about what it was. It's just the character that does that is what I'd like to talk about, because that's interesting to me.
And
Like
look,
the details, I don't care.
Yeah, well, no, but I was thinking about it because my brothers are, and they're really big on that, and I don't want.
That's what I'm saying. We don't even have to touch the details.
Yeah.
Just the character that.
Oh, instant lie. Yeah. So
The dishonesty.
okay. So have you?
But
been
I asked you if I
dishonest,
could bring it up, and you just said no. But I'm not sure if we're like communicating. I don't care about details. I just care about the character, the behavior.
though? Okay. So in a general way, absolutely.
Okay, good.
okay, Billy is homeless. First, I just
No, I got a van, so I could be.
well something. Look, there's been a lot of. I mean, look. I just want to kind of. I feel like we just need to kind of update, and I think that goes for you too. Like I want to see. Like I think you need to update our people on what's going on with you, in a way that you feel comfortable doing.
Oh, so, okay, well, I just got done with a really long day. I tried to move my entire life in one day because I've, how can I do this without implicating others? I was kicked out of my house, my keys, my house, my car, my stuff, and given ultimatum, like, you can't come, and you can only come when I say you can come, which I'm cool about. So I finally was able to come today. I don't want to say a lot because she gets really upset and she listens to everything. And she thinks I'm personally attacking her, which I'm not.
This has been a long time coming, though. Let's just keep it real, right? This isn't just something that happened. You know?
Yeah. So,
What about this? Because that looks
basically, yeah, I've been kicked out and Pat took me in, and thank God, and also some shit went down that I've been afraid
On your 50th.
of.
So we had a 50th birthday party here for Billy at my house, and there was
Actually, I
kind
don't
of
even know how deep I want to get in all this either.
Yeah, it's
Fuck.
deep.
No, there was just a blowout. You're red. You're like getting real red.
Woo! The niacin is kicking in. I don't know if you folks know what that is.
You like that?
Yeah.
Well, what is it? Is it
Just
good
relaxes
for you?
your muscles. It's a blood flush.
Is it good for you?
It's in the B
I think
vitamin
so.
family, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I think it's good even for depression. High doses.
So what can
daily.
give me some.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Okay. There's a whole bottle of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some. So I mean, look. So you're Billy's staying here. And he's in a turning point in his life, and he's doing really well. I think
Yeah, okay, I'll give a general way. So my 50th birthday, everybody who was butt hurt and everything was all going to get together at Pat's house, which is off limits, and we thought, this is great. We'll bury the hatchet. We'll all get along. We'll all bond. And it went as horrible as you could possibly imagine. And now I'm homeless, and there's a couple people that want to crucify me, and there's a whole lot of people that want to lift me up. And thank God it all happened the way it did, because my whole business is being transferred. And, today's Father's Day, and I couldn't see my girl. She's going to be 7 this month. Sad, But the weird thing is Johnny Krump here, who's getting sober and is like at a bottom, totally emotional also, except not in a different way. We both have the same birthday. We both weren't with our kids on Father's Day,
Right.
and we were put together, and he helped me. He fucking helped. He is a bull, man. He helped me today move my entire life almost. We tried. And it's just really bizarre that there's so many parallels or coincidences.
And you're my grant sponsor, too.
And I'm his grant sponsor.
Yeah.
And we really we like Johnny, and we really hope that he can do this, because it's not easy getting sober. It's just not.
Well, so today, we're just going to go for today. Because when I think about, like my brother has a brewery. called Jenny Wren Hop Yard and Brewery. He grows hops in Ettrick, Wisconsin, and he's making a brewery out of the farm, out of the. I'm from a dairy farm in Ettrick, Wisconsin, and I love beer.
I took 2 or 3. Well, I usually take 1,000 milligrams.
All right, I'm just gonna take one.
Those are only 100.
What was he doing?
I'm trying to figure out how to get the thing so I can sit back and talk.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you kind of can't.
Put it back.
Oh, put it back. Oh, and do like that.
Yeah, because it's not really.
Woohoo!
Is that okay? Is that better?
I'm so tired,
Pull that.
and so just the last 3 days feels like 3 weeks.
Okay.
That I almost I sound weird to my own self. Anyway, I really want to hear from Johnny. He's got some really interesting stories.
I can see how the women love you, Patrick. Do tell.
And Pat's leaving. Bye, Pat.
Pat, I'm here for you, Billy. So we had topics. We were going to talk about ecstasy.
And Johnny's never done a podcast, and he's a little bit nervous about
amphetamines, foster care, child abuse, all kind of like topics that are so like growing up in a cult. We had.
Do you want to start with learning to lose, and then we can work our way backwards?
How does that work? Learning to lose. Yeah, I mean, if you want.
I don't know. I think that could be cool. Like right now, he's at a bottom, and I just think. I mean, my goal for this podcast is to. I just think, I don't know. I always want to try to be different, right? And I'm kind of like, why don't we try something different? Like,
you should take 2.
What?
You should take 2.
No, I'm just gonna take 1. You're fucking.
That's
you
what's
look
supposed to happen.
Scary right now.
You want to talk about just like losing
I feel
everything?
scary.
No, I want to talk about like, why do you finally want to get sober?
I just want to be a father, and I have a daughter. And well, I am a dad, but I have no relationship
Yeah, I know,
with my kid's
but
mom.
you've always wanted to be a father. You know, 6 months ago you wanted to be a father when you were fucking shooting crystal meth.
Well, that wasn't 6 months. That was like
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm saying right now you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah, no, you know. Well, here's the thing. I've really been battling alcoholism for some time now. And,
How long? How long?
Oh God! So I would say I knew, but I didn't admit, to my innermost self that I was.
Well, you still haven't maybe done that, but you need to do that. But I'm glad you know that.
I mean, would you say the barometer for knowing that you're an alcoholic and
Wait, what do you mean?
I knew within a week after using at 13 that I was an addict.
What do you mean he still hasn't done that?
Well, that he just hit it right on the nose. That is the crux. You got to know that.
Well, that's what we're
Well,
reading.
listen, knowing you're an alcoholic and having a good diagnosis of the fact that you're an alcoholic and being able to stop drinking are two separate animals for me. I hadn't surrendered to my innermost self, as they say, that I was truly an alcoholic, and then what that meant, the whole, you know what I'm saying, the threefold.
You mean the mind?
Yeah, the mind, like knowing, like okay,
You're actually insane.
So well, you as well, but I'm functioning. You know what I'm saying?
No, we are insane.
Yeah, that part. Like I didn't realize that until really. I didn't want to believe that. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't like
that's
feeling
hard.
feelings.
Well, it says in the first chapter says every instinct cries out against the idea of personal powerlessness. That's what we read yesterday.
Yeah.
And
or was that 2 days ago? Whatever. It was close. Two days ago.
If you guys are going to stop yelling, I'm going to put these on.
Well, I can speak like this loud.
I mean,
if you want.
Here, I'm going to turn it down, Billy, just because I love you.
Thanks.
Because I talk too loud because I don't hear it loud enough. So I'm talking too loud.
Oh, when you turn me down, everyone goes down?
Yeah. I don't know how to just turn you down.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's the problem. And I haven't really ever told you that
Why haven't you told me that?
Because we're just like, I'm trying to keep the podcast going, and you say turn you down, and I just get it done, and then I don't bring it up after.
Oh, I see. There's probably a way, but we don't know.
How does that work? Does that affect how loud we appear to everyone else?
just
I just have
headphones.
ear issues. That's the thing. So, and you guys talk loud, both
Line
of you do.
out 1 and 2.
Don't worry about it. I'm good, man. This is perfect. Is it okay for you?
Okay, cool. I mean, it's really low for me. This
Okay,
it's a little
that's good.
better.
Okay.
Billy's really red right now on this
Yeah,
niacin.
and you guys both.
What do I
just
look
took
like? A
niacin.
tomato?
Your head,
I don't know. You just
not your whole body, just your face.
Oh, well, that's because it starts. Your blood goes to your head, and then it works all the way down to your feet.
You know, I just want to, but I do want to. Veronica, what's up? Why don't you come say hi? Just real quick. Just say hi. You can grab Billy's mic. All right, you guys ready?
Boom.
Hi.
Hey, Veronica.
That's Veronica. Well, just because like a lot of our newer listeners are coming from our TikTok following.
Oh, okay.
So and so I don't know if you know this, but me and Veronica have, I guess we're like a team on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have over 200,000 between the two of us. So Veronica, we're
what?
Look, I would love for you to be involved in this right now, but you don't have a mic, so they can't hear what you're saying. She's asking if she thinks that she'll remember what she was going to be doing if she took a bong rip. Billy, why don't
No,
you
I
pull a
don't.
mic?
I think you could smoke a bong right now. In fact, I prefer it as a recovering alcoholic if you got high, because I can't. Thank you, Jesus.
No, but so earlier you were saying something about how it's smart to have different things.
No, I just think I'm really moved by this new, to me, I'm really new to social media. Mm-hmm. I've been monkeying with Facebook as if it was still the thing. And, I have
It actually is very important still.
yeah,
But
we have a mutual friend, though, who's like, you know what, you got to get on Instagram. Don't you understand? My
she doesn't care. Danielle's going to be a part of this whole thing, and she's going to be one of the main characters in this.
Yeah. No, but so she told me about Instagram, and then I asked you about Instagram. And she's been like managing my account. She's a long time friend. We fight like every other month, but she's a good friend. And actually, I wouldn't have a daughter if it wasn't for Danielle. Did you guys know that story?
Just tell one story linear. Just give me a linear story like we were in the van, because we're so all over the place. I don't think anyone knows what's going on. Why don't you tell that story? That's interesting.
Oh, that's a crazy story.
Okay.
Yeah, so I grew up in a cult. Oh,
no,
yeah.
no, not that story.
Oh, that's the dark one we don't want to talk about?
No, she's your sponsor, kid.
Oh, yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah, blah.
So we met in... Can we mention anonymity or...
Dude.
we're way beyond that.
You don't have to mention
So,
names.
yeah, so...
You don't have to mention names if you don't want
So my
to.
friend who I fight with, Danielle. But we fight and then we get...
By the way, Danielle was just on the podcast.
Yeah, I know.
So, like, that's the cool thing, Billy. Just so I know you probably already understand this, but I'm sorry. We're gonna get to the story, okay? But I want to
Maybe.
No, we will. Okay. I just want to kind of like. So, I feel like I'm trying to do something that's like never really been done before. Okay, it's sort of like. Have you ever seen? Stranger Things or Ozark or Mindhunter.
Yeah.
What's some of your favorite shows? Okay, Lost.
I like Breaking Bad.
Okay, Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so you have all the characters, right?
Okay.
You watch the show every week, right? Or you binge watch it, right? So, like, I think that reality. I think truth is sometimes stranger than fiction.
Crazy.
What?
No, I was just thinking about that too. We were talking about that. So
Like I don't.
Yeah,
like
so
I want to. Hold on, let me finish. Okay, so we can. I want to make movies and all this shit, but whatever. Like, I think that like what's going on right now in I seem to always have a lot of interesting things happening in my life. Okay, so now I'm identifying characters.
Okay.
Some of them don't have any social media presence, like you two.
Right.
But I want you to have that because Breaking Bad is a show that you watch on AMC, okay? But the days of how we picture entertainment are fading away, okay? Right. Kids aren't watching TV.
Right.
They're on their phone.
Everything has become that. Like newspapers.
Okay, so
no one's buying newspapers anymore.
So you understand, right? Yeah. So I'm like, okay. You know, me and Veronica, we're getting some traction on TikTok. I'm trying to introduce these new characters. I'm trying to build my YouTube. I'm trying to introduce different characters that are a part of this, for lack of a better word, community or show or, I don't know. We're just people, right? And I think we have a lot to offer. And the just because we're sober and we know how to stay sober. You kind of already know what I'm doing, right?
I do, yeah.
So I'm just trying to explain it because I feel like sometimes you don't really, like he's now.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're fine. Okay. He's now like he needs to become like known by everyone.
Yeah, well, he's quite a character.
Right. So I just want you to real quick. I just want you to see this real quick. Well, don't worry, we're gonna get in the stories. Billy, you got to trust me.
I'm not worried.
Okay, cool.
I'm just fading out as long as you don't mind.
We did have a big day today.
No, seriously, I want you to tell Jason what you're experiencing right now.
Well, I slept under Lifeguard Tower 16, years ago, and I remember waking up with wiping my ass with sand and stuff. And when I saw this video of this Michael,
my friend shared the video of Michael with me last week.
I just
I couldn't stop thinking about it. My heart was broken.
It reminded me of, walking around just my fucking head.
It's okay, bro. Sober now,
Yeah, but I just remember that feeling of my fucking soul being gone and blisters on my feet. I had this cut on my lip that would just never heal. It was one of those perpetual just yeast infections.
Yeah.
Talking about just funky.
Yeah.
Fucking apocalyptic
Pat, can I smoke in
death. Do you know about Venice Beach fucking you know what I'm saying, shoreline crips and what? Oh no.
No, seriously, I want you to tell Jason.
Yeah, this boy here, if he can do it, he's gonna be. You're gonna be a star.
Just rocking back and forth.
So that's part 2. Doing Shakespeare for pigeons.
I feel like we have to direct his energy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Okay, so this is what I love about what I'm, because I feel like an artist. So one of the cool things about being an artist is you're open and you want to do something new. I don't know. I feel like I've always been, I don't really want to do that because someone else already did it so good.
Yeah.
How can I figure out a way to do something different and new that's never really been done before, right? And a lot of times when you're trying to do that,
right,
people, they don't, they, like last night, Tim, he's like, he hears the word reality show and he thinks Kardashians, but it's not. It's like I can't compare what I'm trying to do to any other thing because I don't want to do any other thing. You know what I'm saying? So you're right.
Yeah. We
get an opportunity to direct a real live
wild man,
like a real. This is like my therapist said. You're trying to direct life.
Anything you want, Phyllis.
But I'm not really directing it. I'm almost using this divine. Like I didn't want that to happen that night.
Of course not.
You know what I'm saying?
We both thought it was going to be a good thing,
but it just did. And I honestly, if it had been good, then that would have been the thing.
That would have been nice. Yeah.
That would have been what the thing became on the show or whatever. Like that would have been.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not directing it. Life is really the director. You're just capturing life.
I'm capturing it in a way, and then we're editing it, and then I'm picking okay, so Oz had someone over here the other day. He's not going to be in the show because I don't see what I saw in him in that other kid.
Well, yeah, he's just real mellow or something.
Whatever. I'm saying, like, but there's also Mikey and there's Jeanette. There's a lot of people at our meeting. I don't know. Like, he's going to be a part of the thing because I want him to be. You know what I'm saying?
As long as he can show up for it, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess, does that kind of make some sense?
So far, I showed up to move plants.
Here's the best thing about Johnny is when you're not trying to be a character, you're perfect. But when you're trying to put it on, you know what I'm saying?
If we could I do apologize for showing up drunk and drinking in your bathroom. I was nervous, and now that's over. And also, I'm getting to be authentic with you guys because you've been authentic with me.
Johnny's been sober 2 days. 2 days.
2 real days.
2 real days.
But you also have to understand
I questioned him about 26 times today to make sure he's telling me.
So I wouldn't have shown up to move plants and gone.
Yeah,
50 miles
I know. Don't feel bad. I'm just putting it out there.
Drinking vanilla extract.
I don't want to hurt your feelings, so let me know if I am.
No, you're not.
All right. Because even though he's a wild man, he's sensitive too. Well, we all are.
Yeah,
we all have feelings, right?
So
I think all artists deeply have some sort of.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So we just posted a video about you being on Venice Beach.
Yeah,
right.
And I also lived at the Midnight Mission, and
that's crazy. So you were homeless? Is that what you're saying?
I've been a homeless person. Well, I wasn't always homeless. I used to have a beautiful girlfriend, beautiful apartment.
Yeah, we understand that. But you were homeless on Venice?
Yeah, Venice Beach.
For how long?
Slept on Venice Beach. Oh God, not too long. I hit Skid Row pretty fast.
So
month and a half.
So how does that happen?
So here's how this happens.
But I love the way you put it the other day. I said, how do you decide to go to Skid Row? And he goes,
You don't decide.
You don't decide to go to Skid Row.
Here's what happened.
What did you say? I love how you said that.
So first, it's the first you start drinking, and if you're a character or have no character, you develop all sort of vast and sundry type people in your life, and you get to talking and walking around. So like me, like I drink, and for me, drinking is like amphetamines. Do you know what I'm saying? Like drinking for me gets me fucking high. I don't think about what I'm going to say, who I'm going to say it to, what I'm doing. And I don't have any pain. And there's this, it's like a girlfriend. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but you guys are recovering alcoholics. I'm just going to go with this. So for me, I drink and it is like a spirit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the Native Americans coined the term spirits for a reason when the white man brought over alcohol.
Yeah.
So when I drink, it gets to where I'm just not myself. And it's fucked up because I don't want to be that guy. I haven't wanted to be that guy in 10 years. I've had a year sober. I've had a year and 18 months sober.
Spirit. So you're almost like taken over by a spirit.
Well, for me, I'm Irish, German, Italian, and French. So I drink, fight, fucking romance. Like really dramatically, just naturally. And I want to conquer shit. The German part of me wants to conquer shit. The Irish part of me just wants to fight about something or argue. But then I've got this romantic. So when I drink, the first time I drank, let me tell you about this. So I was in foster care, and I grew up in a sort of a Roman Catholic cult, and there was a lot of pain and suffering. And so when I got put in foster care and taken away from my dad and my loving mom, my 8 brothers and sisters and I, we were all separated so that we couldn't come up with stories to testify against my dad about something that had happened on this farm. And my brother David and I got put into Candy and Leroy Beck's foster home in Blair Taylor, Wisconsin, which is a town of about 400 people, literally, Blair, Wisconsin, and 20 below zero winters. And my foster father, Leroy Beck, had this. I mean, these are all people that passed away, except my brother David, thank God. He's
you don't have to tell last names if you don't want to.
Yeah. No, what? Like, oh.
You know, if you want to keep people's anonymity.
Oh, he's not a recovering alcoholic. He was a foster father.
So, well, I'm just saying in general.
So fuck him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, fuck him.
Because we want to get
it's up to you.
We're going to get into the woodshed. But he had this bottle of Everclear, and I had never drank. in all that pain and all that dark, you know, and that cold, it was, when I drank it, it was like something else. It took over, you know. And I hear stories, you know, in the anonymous program that we're a part of, whatever. And I hear people saying things like, you know, I just get out of control. I was like, I never had this. So when I drink, and I know it's not real, and I know it's fucked up, but I've had this strange in control feeling. You know what I'm saying? When I drink.
Stop for 1 second. Is somebody watching TV?
Oh, maybe it's the Russian guy.
Really loud? He's not Russian. The Eastern Europe somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I had this strange.
It's so loud.
I'll have him turn it down. Just keep going.
Okay.
I had this strange in control feeling. So when I drank, there was no more pain. It was gone. There was this character that could talk, and I could. The first time in my life I got to go to public school. I grew up with. We weren't allowed to watch TV. We weren't allowed to have comic books. Comic books were the devil.
So previous to public school, you were homeschooled.
I was homeschooled, yeah. And so
and all your brothers and sisters were all homeschooled.
Well, homeschooled. My brother David got a scholarship to go to a Catholic preparatory school, and then he also got a full scholarship to Oxford University.
That's amazing. But
I didn't.
Let's stick to the story. Let's stick to your.
We're talking
story.
about drinking.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
whatever. You were saying the first time you drank.
First time I drank, I felt a spirit, and this is a trip, man. Because I was raised like super religious, but I had never had an experience of a spirit, you know. And when I drank, there was a strange in control feeling. Like my whole life, up to 13, was just, I mean, barbaric. So when I say barbaric, it was like I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have friends. I was homeschooled to the point in a kind of a rotten part of Chicago where, you know, you could see the other kids playing outside and getting on the school buses. And I was raised like very, very like Opus Dei Catholic. So I don't know if you know what this means, but like we would kneel on dried rice. My father was very biblical. Now this is, and I still even have the thing, but it was always like you don't tell secrets about the family. You know, like it's you just don't.
See, that's so funny because you grew up in a certain kind of, like I grew up in a complete opposite. I mean, my dad filmed me and my brother. Like I got, you know, I break the window. They locked me in my room. I break the window, and he sets up the tripod.
Yeah,
and I come in the room and he goes, "Why'd you break the window?" And he's filming me.
Yeah, we didn't have TV. We were not allowed to watch TV.
Well,
was the devil.
I'm not saying we're watching TV. Well,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, we watched The Simpsons every week. It was TV, and culture was such a huge part of my. I mean, I remember when Michael Jackson. I remember when the Bad video came out with Macaulay Culkin. Ooh. We like waited around in the living room to watch that video. Like my parents were very into pop culture, and I was at like the youngest age. And they would film. My dad was like obsessed with filming me and my brother all the time. So I just grew up looking at that kind of stuff in a completely different way than like you or any other kind of people. So, and I also realized that watching that footage of me when I was a kid and my parents was so incredible, and it was so like, I don't know, like therapeutic and like revealing, or like I don't know, like to have those moments captured. Like I could have, those are my memories. I don't remember. The only reason I remember what that house even looked like was, or what I was like, was because I could see footage of it. So, and then you grew up, so you're
exact
like
opposite.
Yeah.
But we ended up here in the most,
which is cool. And I don't know how I can, I think Billy's starting to understand. But I think in the beginning, he was still very like, wait, anonymity, like, should we talk about this or that? You know what I'm saying? You kind of had a little bit of that even too.
Yeah.
Well, I still do, but I think we just need to inform people. Hey, if you don't want,
No, but I'm talking about like just ourselves.
my anonymity.
like ourselves, like
Oh, yeah.
being willing to just like put our truth out
No,
there.
I made the choice to
Well,
go
let
ahead
me-
and
and
give
let
it
me
a
just
shot
preface-
and see how
that's,
it goes.
that's awesome. But
Can I just preface with this? Like, I am not in any way a representative of what happens when you can do the steps and stay sober. And I'm also not a representative of a bad person. For the most part, I'm a good person trying to do good things. For a
oh
good
wow, I
cause, a
love
good
that.
reason.
He's like looking at the camera.
But no, I just need you to know.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
because I
That's
know
dope.
He's putting
I don't
on a- he's
I don't
putting-
want people to think that I'm bashing Alcoholics Anonymous, or I'm going to give any names of sponsors or anything.
But
that
wait,
would
hold
never
on a
want to be
second.
listed.
Why
I'm not
would
going to
any-
do that.
Why would anyone even think that?
Because you guys got me thinking about anonymity. I'm just saying, like, I'll break my own
See,
anonymity.
he's so you've been brainwashed.
Oh no, because we got into talking about. I didn't get to finish either.
Yeah,
so
sorry.
My dad had us locked down. I'm talking about like Chicago pimp style, to where my mom was super submissive. My dad was like full alpha, bearded, looks like I'd come out of the bathroom, I'd have another brother and sister. Like we're all a year apart. No abortions, no condoms, no
I'm
nothing.
telling you right
and
now,
my mom was
Billy,
like,
this guy, he's gonna make.
Yeah, just let him go, man.
he's
Let's
gonna
hear
make
it.
the whole show.
Maybe.
please don't.
I'm telling you. I don't want you to leave,
Oh, thank you. I don't want to get loaded,
but maybe you need to leave.
I need to see my family. I do.
But
It's
tomorrow we're gonna film the whole day.
been- yeah.
No, I got Woodstock coming over. I want Troy to come over, but I want to just film the whole day.
Okay.
I want to do step work.
Yeah.
I want to.
And I'm going to be wearing the same dirty clothes I
No, I want to hang out.
to wear.
I want you to tell stories, and you'll be going on your third day sober.
Yeah.
Like for reals.
What a fucking trip, dude.
But like, I'm just wondering when, and that's a testament to Alcoholics Anonymous right there. Just because you came here to do step work,
yeah.
and you drank on your way here,
Yeah.
and he thought that was like okay
I know. I was talking
because he's off speed, and I'm like, no,
right.
that's not. You're not sober.
it's not sober.
And he was like, oh wow, like.
You
So
gotta
but-
understand,
but-
I was living in a cartoon because listen, crystal meth fucks you up, and like I also, dear camera, I don't do crystal meth because I want to party.
No, I know.
I
But-
do
but
crystal
I'm
meth
just-
because it's the only drug I've ever found that takes away tremendous pain right away.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that you are
Right away.
you are sober today.
Today. Yeah.
And-
Yesterday.
So you're gonna have tomorrow when we're shooting and hanging out. You're gonna be going on your third day, which is like that's right there is a testament to like one alcoholic working with another.
Also, I had 3 years off crystal
Should I
meth.
face the camera too?
No.
I'm always facing you guys.
Don't worry about it.
Well,
It's
no,
fine.
because I feel like it's a grandfather just like checking up on us.
No.
Because we never got back to the dad thing. So my dad had us on lockdown. I'm
Yeah.
talking to the point where I was homeschooled. Like my mom taught us. We also, like for fun, it was like reading Genesis, Exodus,
Kind of like
Leviticus,
that movie we watched last night.
Numbers, like Deuteronomy. Like we would be reading the Old Testament, kneeling on dried rice. If we did something bad, it was not uncommon to get just knocked across the room. However, my dad never cheated on my mom, never watched pornography. We had no television. It was literally like he controlled our information. So I grew up in like one of those like where you find out on the news. There's actually a book about it called Abandoned: The Abortion Wars. My father was the first person ever to take pictures of what aborted fetuses look like because he was a pro-life, let's call it an evangelist. I hate to use the word like extremist, but he was pretty extreme. So he wasn't against women, and like he didn't want to hurt women and stuff. What it was is he grew up. My grandfather was a World War II fighter pilot, and
your grandfather was.
Albert Krump, and so he raised my father to just you don't fuck up with the Ten Commandments. When I say like fuck up, I mean like you honor your father and mother. If they say sit, you sit. Stand, you stand. If they say hop into the dumpster and pull out these bags and hand them to me, and we're gonna build little coffins for them and name them. This is the late '80s, early '90s.
So
in
you
Chicago.
went and you retrieved dead fetus
my father,
babies
yeah.
that were aborted, and then what'd you do with the dead babies?
So my father was a pro-life evangelist, right? So he and a man named Tim Murphy and some other Catholics would drive around in Chicago.
Learning to Lose podcast.
Yeah.
Just fucking learn about it, you know?
Yeah. They would drive around in Chicago and in the late 80s, early 90s, and they would take these bodies of the babies.
And the significance of that is
Christ said to bury the dead.
No, the significance of the 80s and 90s is they have laws now where
So there was no HIPAA laws, and my father was also responsible for a lot of the HIPAA laws happening. So HIPAA means like if you go into the hospital and you want to check in for rehab, people, is Billy there? Well, sir, we can't confirm or deny if Billy's here, but if there is a person named Billy here, he might or may not be Billy. So we'll just leave a message for this fictitious Billy that may or may not be here, but we can't confirm or deny it. Mm-hmm. Please call back. He's bumping his head against the wall, crying in the shower. But so it got to be so fucked up that in the late 80s and early 90s, as a boy, when everyone else was playing with Ninja Turtles, I would watch my father and other pro-life. I mean, by the hundreds, like there was like a crew of like 1,000, maybe 10,000. I mean, I would say 10,000 is a bit of an exaggeration, but 2,000 people that would march like lower whacker. I'm talking about like crews of thousands of people that would stand in front of abortion clinics with their kids, like protesting abortion clinics. And there was no pictures of what an aborted fetus looked like. And there's 3 trimesters, and it gets really fucked up. And for any of the women listening, listen, I'm not a man splaining. I'm just telling my story. And I know a lot of people say like, my truth. It's just my truth. I'm just telling my truth. Well, this is the truth. I mean, this is God's truth, which is true for all people at all times and all places. I saw some fucked up shit as a child. I'm just telling you what it looked like. They looked like little people, just like little Ninja Turtles, like that size. Like maybe smaller, some of them, but like my parents would, out of respect for their Catholic faith and their sort of extremism, they would literally like have people gather them and build coffins. Like Catholics would get together and they had a whole cemetery. Like the Roman Catholic Church is 2,000 years old. I mean, trillion-dollar organization. They've got paintings in the Vatican that are worth more than all of Scientology combined. You know what I'm saying? You take like $8 billion. Oh, Elron. Okay. Roman Catholic Church has got 2,000 years on these motherfuckers. Yeah. So you just don't, you be talking and like senators, congressmen, all that. There's people that believe literally believe the words in all the Bible. Now, the Bible I've learned from, frying my brain on the hardest drugs on earth to overcome some of these the PTSD and stuff. The Bible it's 66 books written by 44 authors, including the Holy Spirit, over 6,000 to 12,000 years if we count the Dead Sea Scrolls and Sanskrit and all the... You know what I'm saying? The papyrus. I mean, there's still carbon dating stuff. I believe it's a sacred, inspired truth from our ancestors that is passed down. But it's also not meant to be taken literally. Certain things, though, when it comes to Christ, I believe are to be taken literally. But every human being's interpretation of this. So, like, for example, Christ gave beautiful wisdom. We study the Emmett Fox's book, Sermon on the Mount. Christ said beautiful things, the most beautiful things I've ever heard in my life. Now, if you take a troubled Vietnam vet and you put the Bible into his hands, and or a bunch of bikers, you put the Bible into their hands and they want to get like backwoods, stuff could happen,
What kind of stuff?
Well, like what I'm saying is, so if you read the 7, not sacraments, what is it? If you read the 7 corporal works of mercy, Christ said to bury the dead, to comfort the infirmed, clothe the naked, and there's other ones. So bury the dead is a corporeal work of mercy. It's dishonorable to say if Pat died, to leave Pat on the couch or to throw him in a dumpster. Some people take this shit to next level, to where they're trying to blow up abortion clinics, or they're trying to like, hurt women that have abortions. My father wasn't that guy. There are those guys. That my dad wasn't that guy. He just wanted to bury these babies because he literally believed that they're killing babies. Like if you imagine how fucked up it would be if you thought someone was killing babies, like really believe that. And you didn't go stop them.
Right.
So like, what the fuck kind of, like, that's fucked up that Bob kills babies right there, and then you don't do anything. So my dad was like, they're killing babies. So he would be like, come on, folks, and literally just get a crew of like, I mean, he was known as Crazy Pete in Chicago. Like my dad got respect, bro, in Chicago. Like gangster disciples would not fuck with my dad because he had that look. That like that 1,000-yard stare, like your dad, the old
What's
New York
a gangster disciple?
You're like gangbangers in Chicago in the 80s that were just shooting motherfuckers for like Nikes. My dad, like we were Pete Crump's kids. So we were like live in the hood, like Cicero, Brookfield, then the Grange.
You're homeschooled in the hood. That's interesting.
Straight
right?
the fuck up. And here's the thing, but like,
do I say that too much?
I don't sound like, yo, what it do? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing big things because I grew up like with a mom who was like Juilliard smart. Memorizing like Shakespeare to impress my mom out of 8 kids.
Hold on, I thought you grew up on a dairy farm.
And we did. Hold up, but this is where we grew up in Chicago and got moved to Ettrick, Wisconsin when shit got so bad in the late 80s, early 90s because of my dad's reputation as the guy who was burying babies.
So how old were you?
13 when we moved to out of Chicago to Ettrick, Wisconsin.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's in a book called, and I'm not trying to publicize this lady's book, but this lady was so disturbed. You ever met those people at like AA meetings that are like in Malibu at Sarah Retreat and they share about their PTSD from 9/11 and you think they were in 9/11, but then they were just watched it on the news and you fucking just want to, it's like, just lady, stop. Right. Stop it. Like, she's like, 9/11? Really? And it's like, fuck yeah, that was a fucked up day for America. But you weren't there. It's like, whoa. But like, so this lady wrote a book about the shit she heard about going on in our family.
Wow.
And wrote a book. And it's like a bestseller on Amazon. It's called
Really?
Abandoned, The Abortion Wars. So my dad's name is Peter Krump. Rest in peace. He was a good man who did good things for a good cause.
Can you repeat the name of the book, like, so people know?
Abandoned, The Abortion Wars on Amazon. It's crazy. I can do the voice. No, but it's like, it's fucked up. There's like a little picture of a fetus. Like, but like, dude, like, I see the Catholic in me is like, wait, you can't even say fetus. It's a baby. But like, I understand if some people don't believe that. I'm not gonna go in your dumpster.
Okay, so I'm just gonna reiterate. Your dad was retrieving out of dumpsters behind abortion clinics fetuses, putting them back together, building coffins, and burying them.
Yeah, with the crew. Tim
With the
Murphy
crew.
was there.
It wasn't just him.
No, and then
and you were involved. Yes,
I was
or no?
a boy. Yeah, and my brother David and I were put. Well, actually, David was my dad would hang David into the dumpster. He would grab these bags, pull them out, and put them in the truck. I didn't know what they were until we got home, and I saw my parents. And a bunch of Catholics, good Catholics.
The untold story
that's
of
it.
the abortion wars.
Facts.
Abandoned, okay.
Yeah, and my dad's in the book. He's one of the lead characters. Peter Krump, man. Good person who did good things for mostly good cause and good reason.
But he beat you.
Well, yeah, because the Bible says,
let me just
spare the rod, spoil the child. You got to understand. So if I didn't memorize scripture, or if I didn't memorize... do what he told me to do, he took that as disrespect. And to disrespect your father in the Catholic faith is not a thing that he got down with.
So you kneel. Why would you kneel on the rice? So it hurts.
It's a punishment thing, and also like you're kind of offering up your suffering.
Your
so
pain.
some people fast. I mean, like they'll fast to get stronger spiritually because in the Bible there's various. And a lot of people, like especially the prosperity Christians, like they don't know this, but like the Old Testament is kind of ruthless. Facts. And like it's not a metaphor. Like they were actually sacrificing lambs and stuff for the atonement of the family sins. So if you don't know this and you're a prosperity Christian, I just want to let you know that we got 2,000 years on you. Come ask somebody. And we'll let you know that like prior to the cross, there were certain things you had to do to like go before the God. Like you didn't just be like, yeah, I want to name it and claim it and let you know I'm gonna get right. I'm gonna get wealthy. Jesus wants me rich. It was like, no, bro, you're gonna suffer before the Lord, and here's how: you're gonna fast. So there's numerous times in the Old Testament where God's wrath was turned away.
Can you believe the energy this guy has?
So
you know that we worked for 10 hours hard today?
Yeah.
I'm shaking. I worked so hard. He's like still going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Would
Sorry.
you rather I was just like,
No, I'm just saying.
And then
I mean,
we had Ninja Turtles.
Where does all the energy come from? And not only that, you're like an actor. You're acting for the camera and the audience right now.
Yeah,
Where does that come from?
My mom.
Okay.
So all the things I didn't get to do as a boy, I get to explore in L.A. Drugs, sex before marriage, women, pain and suffering, L.A. County Jail, crying, blowjobs. I mean, whatever, dude. There's many things that like get fucked up that you don't get to experience like as a boy, like locked in a cage. So anyway, I had a fucked up childhood, and I get excited before you guys. And also with the camera, it's like I become a giant ham. Do you know what I'm saying?
A giant what?
It's great.
A ham,
No,
like a ham.
it's nice. It's entertaining.
What's a ham?
Well, a ham is a person
Like-
that plays for the camera.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
starting to feel it a little bit. The burning, just a little. I'm glad I didn't take 2. You're fucking nuts.
No, it's good for you.
It's funny that we're
just-
all
just-
sober and just talking about effects.
Yeah, but just be careful how loud you get.
Oh, did I just do the thing?
You have been throughout.
Oh.
Like when you breathe loud into it. I need to get
So
a.
I'm trying to figure out how this works from this level.
No, I need to get a limiter, which is like, I need to buy another mic. I need to spend another 1,000 on this
Yeah,
podcast.
so there was this other God, man. There's this God in the Bible that a lot of people don't know about, the Old Testament God. And here's the trip, because in the Bible it says God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And here's something interesting. Really think about this. If God is the same yesterday, today, and forever, right? Then some of those Old Testament laws can be interpreted by like people that are not really like Jesuit scholars, you know? Like I didn't know. Like it's a trip, man. Imagine this. And I believe this, but my interpretation of what this means, it gets different over time.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Hold up. So we're about to get into like
No, I'm listening.
the Trinity. Picture this. So
Do we want to get into the Trinity?
hell yeah, we want to get into the Trinity, because think about it. Really wrap your head around this.
Okay.
This is my interpretation.
I'll bring it back.
Okay. But just my interpretation of like the levels of Aquinas that I try and figure
The
out.
what? The levels of who? What?
St. Thomas Aquinas, man. The
Aquinas,
studies of-
okay.
So like the saints. Like if I want to know
No,
about like,
I'm not. I'm just.
We don't know who that is.
Oh, so I'm trying to figure
not
out.
only that. Sometimes when you say a word, I don't hear it. That's all.
So what I'm saying is
'Cause you're talking
You know
kinda
how you
fast.
guys talk. Oh, you know how you guys talk.
You don't
about-
have to slow down. I'm just when I ask you, I'm just didn't hear you. That's all.
Oh, sorry, Billy. My
Yeah.
grand sponsor. So when you guys read Emmett Fox, we get into a guy who loved Jesus. When you guys talk about Jesus, my interpretation of Jesus is totally different than, say, Danielle's interpretation of Jesus. Or like, you know, she brought me to this prosperity prophet church and his interpretation of Jesus. And yet we're all claiming, I love Jesus. Well, some people like want to burn down like the Branch Davidians. They love Jesus. They love Jesus so much they thought David Koresh was Jesus.
Okay.
So no, I want to talk about the Trinity. It's really cool. It's for 3 seconds. Imagine this. So the Trinity is, so it's one being. God is one what? He's one God. But he's 3 persons. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. But they're one God. So my only way of understanding this is like this. So I believe, and this is the best understanding that I can explain of what the Trinity is. Forgive me, Jesus, if I'm wrong. I believe, and this might be a crystal meth thought from like years ago, but I believe that God is space, time, and matter. To understand Jesus, I have to get off of Earth. I think about like the Milky Way galaxy. I think about supernovas. I'm talking about stars billions of times bigger than our sun that implode and explode into singularities.
Yeah.
That just fucking rock this world.
Yeah, I
this is
get
a
that.
superpower. I don't want to think about like a man.
Yeah.
It's not. No. So, but check this out. If you're God,
Wow.
ooh, I feel the Holy Ghost.
He's,
I feel the Holy Ghost. If you're God, you know everything. What's the one thing you don't know? What it's like not to know everything. So, you make all these little creatures and all these planets and all these galaxies, and you put them in this little place, space. God the Father is outer space, right? He's all of outer space, all of space time going back to the singularity when it was like, let there be light. Boom. Check this out. So he enters his own creation, showing up as one of us. The same way that you can imagine you and your wife walking a little dog down the street, but you're sitting right here during a podcast. Imagine, Billy, if you close your eyes, you can imagine back when your relationship was fine, when everything was great, when you loved her and she loved you. But you're sitting here during a podcast. Can you see yourself driving your black truck? But you're sitting here during a podcast. Well, when God the Father, who's outside of space-time, imagines himself entering his own creation to show up and not know everything.
As Jesus.
Yeah, he showed up.
No, as human beings.
No, well, yeah, he didn't know what it was like not to know everything. So you make all these rules in the Old Testament.
So God is living through us.
Oh, so
He's experiencing
right.
through us what it's like to not know everything.
Yeah, so he showed up as himself, as his own. He showed up as his own imagination.
Yo.
No, I agree.
No,
I agree.
but I just think it's incredible the way you're describing. This is really amazing.
Thank you.
Well, because you're describing it in a way.
You're doing a good job.
Yeah, really.
And the Holy Spirit, so the Holy Spirit is in all of us. But being very dope, like God the Father is very, very dope. But he also, following his own rules, he can't
He can't break his own rules.
He can't break his own rules because he's perfect. He made everything perfect. He knew the beginning to the end.
That's
I
why
really
God
believe-
is consistent, because he can't not be God. He has to be who he is.
So he made these rules, like, look. And also, over time, humans were basically like, we had to evolve into like,
Damn, I'm
creatures.
tremoring. I don't know what the deal is.
Well,
Sorry.
you took 3, bro. That's I took 1, and it's like,
Let's let him finish though before we. Is that cool?
yeah.
Okay. Trinity. You're doing the Trinity right now.
well, we can
right?
get from the Trinity and then get into like first experience. We could talk about anything.
I think
It's
we
a
just
campfire.
cut him off. I'm gonna go pee.
No, I think.
Well, I'm going to go pee too.
Well,
Can I
hold
go
on.
first?
He's gonna go first, and then you're gonna
Yeah,
go.
well, we're not going to pee together. That'd
Why
be some
not?
grand sponsor one being 2-person thing. And I think that's next level.
Because so let me show you how to press record on it.
Yeah. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. All things came into being through him, and without him was not anything made. Oh, well, you know what, dude? I am really excited about this, Billy. One, because I don't think I've ever heard myself explain what I think God is. But I think...
You went big, and it helped build the power of God.
Yeah, I don't buy that, like, this earth shit. I don't think he's about lottery tickets and, like weak. I think God is sitting there waiting for you to really say what you mean. You know, like when I pray to God, like, I like, tremble in the presence of, like, what I'm talking to. I actually fear God with, like, a healthy awe. Like, if I was talking to a nuclear explosion that could go either way, but already went off, like, that's the respect. Like, that's when people... So in the Bible it says, fear... The beginning... Like, so King David wrote, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Imagine a supernova, right, that exploded out in the Milky Way galaxy, about to enter creation and show up as a little boy. Oof. Do you see what I'm saying? Wouldn't you fear that thing? Okay. No, but like that's the best way I could describe my higher power. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing is, like, if I don't have a God that big, then I fall for anybody's God. And I think there's like this new age thing that's like where we become God. You know what I'm saying? And like that's where like if I'm God, dude, and then like people don't like me, then I gotta fucking drink, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like now my God can't do anything. To give you an idea of how powerful I think God really is, A couple of years ago, I was at a place where, like, Robin Williams depressed, like, just right there, dude, like, literally. And I was in a trailer in La Crosse, Wisconsin. I was making tacos. I mean, I was still doing Shakespeare, memorizing monologues, stuff like that. But I never thought, like, ever, Pat, that I was coming back to L.A. Like, I had crashed and burned so bad in L.A. and lost my mind so bad in L.A. that I was never coming back. And I got a friend request from Danielle. Like, I was literally like, God, if there's any way that I can see my daughter, any way that I can, there's anything you could do, you know? I got a friend request from Danielle, and like 2 weeks later, she flew me out here, put me up in a mansion. Like, this is like $100,000 a month type place.
Is there really that much?
Facts, dude. Yeah.
There's places that are that much?
Easily, yeah.
Wow.
$3,900 a night. Up in Montecito.
Must be a good night.
It's by like Oprah. Well,
I hope.
I had like a couple of good nights there, but they were not having that. That kind of like, I was kind of living like King David up there for a minute. They were like, "Get the fuck on!"
Yeah.
Because there was this like model type, go-go dancer type chick that was up there, and her dad was like a senator or something. I don't know. But anyway, she Ubered over. She had some like John from like the internet bring her tequila bottles, and I happened to mention during one of my shares that I love tequila. Tequila for me was, I just love it. And anyway, we were all sober up at the treatment center, and she ordered some tequila and was like, "Why don't you come out to my room?"
Can you put your cord through this little thing here?
Oh, we were doing rules.
No, up this second one.
Yeah, so she was like, "Why don't you come over to my room?" And had her little chihuahua. Oh man, so then we had sex, and yeah, what a trip, dude. Because I guess there's like, you just can't be. I knew better, but like, dude, I had been like living in the hood, man, and like it was 20 below zero where I was at before this, and last time I had been in California, I was living on 6th and San Julian. I was actually
no one's putting you
Midnight
down
Mission.
for having sex with a go-go dancer and drinking tequila and a sober living. They cost $100,000 a week, a month.
You know what she said to me? She was like, "You kind of look like Mickey Rourke." I said, "Oh, you kind of look like a slut." She said, "Come on over to my room tonight." And then she held up the bottle, and I said, "Oh, praise the Lord." And you know what? I got 3 months, though. I got 3 months sober after that. Because I'll never forget kind of sauntering down PCH with like my stick. You know, my little
Can I
Amish
ask you a
stick
couple
and
questions?
my hobo bag with the teddy bear. You remember the Rockwell paintings of the Runaway? That's a fucking dope tattoo, by the way. Have you ever seen Norman Rockwell's The Runaway? With the little.
No, I have not.
Oh.
I barely even know who Norman Rockwell is.
He was a impressionist cartoonist in like the 30s, 40s, maybe 20s, 30s. I get it all fucked up, but you know, really beautiful. Like before Bansky. He did the Saturday Night Evening Post, and he did a lot. But anyway, he has this one drawing of a little boy at a ice cream shop with a police officer looking for a little boy at an ice cream shop, and the little boy is just like hiding from him. And then there's this convict making the ice cream, handing the little boy with a wink an ice cream soda, and it's like a tale of three cities. You know, there's the cop looking for the little boy.
Okay, wait, just stop for a second.
Yeah, just stop, dude. You're too much.
Oh, whoa.
No, you're not too much. You're not too much. It's great, but
It's great. It's
but
so good.
but we want
It's just like it's a lot.
it's
like,
a lot, and I wanna pick your brain a little.
Here,
Can I do that?
You need to go pee.
Yeah, and then what, Shakespeare?
After you pee,
We got it. I'm gonna take the.
I'll be the crazy thoroughbred like Seabiscuit. You guys just rein me back.
Yes.
And also tell me to play a different character.
No, you're good.
No,
we don't want you to play any character.
No, we don't. And after you pee, I just want to try to pick your brain and find out why you're able or you. I just want to get to know Johnny a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, and also like, dude, it's so cool because like, I feel like I've sort of been trying to understand God also for a while, and I get what he means. Like, it's like you can't we can't understand it. So to think of like the Milky Way and the stars and all this like huge, I don't know. I just like the way he kind of said it.
Almost unimaginable power and,
Yeah.
and size and stuff that's going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. That was great.
And then also the way that like he, he's now living through us, not being able to understand him, and we can sort of tap into that and be better and good and loving and experience that on earth if we try, if we seek that. I don't know. Like, that's what we want. That's really the goal here on this podcast.
To experience the power of God? Is that what you're saying?
Well, because that's what that's been a concept that you've been kind of obsessed with recently.
Yeah.
Which is like to feel, to almost, for lack of a better word, to feel high or like heaven on earth.
For lack of a better word, but it's not high. It's to
It's just feeling,
experience the absence of self.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Because then there's something else there.
Yeah, and we can achieve that like by helping others. And like, I like what you said about praying for others. Or was that you?
Yeah, that's me. That's what I do now, because there's no point in praying for yourself.
I love that. I just love like thinking about, I don't know, I think it was either earlier today or whenever, I was just kind of,
I don't know, that's true. I mean, you could pray for yourself, but praying for others is powerful. Go ahead, sorry.
It is. I was just thinking about that at some point, or either earlier today or yesterday, and it just kind of gave me some relief. Actually, you know what it was? It's just me like being concerned about you.
Thanks, man.
Well, I mean,
I gotta say, Pat has pretty much he's taken me in. I mean, I've never lived in such a nice place. It's like my life just suddenly got better when I thought it was going to be destroyed.
Yeah, it's crazy. And me too. Like that's the thing is, like, oh my God. And you know what he was just saying? This guy is fucking amazing because, dude, Bill W. lived on his sponsee's couch with Lois, his wife.
He really did.
So hold up, Billy. This is fucking AA. Like,
Yeah, like we're both homeless guys, and you're my grand sponsor, and you're the celebrity sponsor.
But like, this is AA.
Yeah, what happened?
Like deep into sobriety, like living on the person you were sponsoring, living on their fucking couch. Because that's
Learning to lose.
Yeah, that's all. But it's also learning to lose. But it's also like, yeah, because you know what? It's not. Man, and you know what? People with money and power and success and prestige, they'll never be able to understand the joy you're experiencing right now. Like on niacin, talking on a podcast about God.
Who's never going to experience that?
Like my friend Aaron.
Oh.
People that have wealth and power and success, and they haven't learned to lose the way you have. So you're feeling something right now. And I sensed it this morning too. I don't know, there's some weird energy that you have right now that's like you're broken and you're going through a really hard time, but you can't hide this. There's a inspiration or like I don't know, I feel like you've been freed in a way. I can sense that in you. Or maybe you're just a happy guy. But like this morning, you kind of were happy, it felt like. I felt like I noticed that.
Well, it's a play on everybody here because you guys seem to enjoy helping. So
What do you mean it's a play?
Like we're playing off of each other. Like you guys enjoy helping.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Veronica's, I think she just, I don't know. She just likes you. Yeah, she's
been super nice.
No,
to
but
me.
like, dude, the way she's been dealing with all this has actually been pretty surprising. She's really has a kind heart. Like, because she didn't really want Elliot here. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I could. Yeah.
Like I'm just surprised at how willing she is to just take you in like
and
that.
bring all my shit here
It's
and everything.
really kind of crazy.
Especially when you both are ADD.
It's not like her, but she's like that with Oleg too. There's just like certain people she's just like okay with. You know? And I'm nothing against Elliot. Like I love him to death. And if you're listening, Elliot, where the fuck are you? Call me. You know? Like what are you doing? Like what are you doing? You know? But that's the thing is like what is he doing? Like who's this girl? Like there's chaos in my life. Like but I guess you have that chaos too. Like it's funny how you guys have this like baggage like this.
I just want to say right now, Angela, I do love you, and
Yeah.
I hope everything goes good for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's what I pray for.
Yeah.
And I just want to have a pragmatic conversation at some point. That's all.
And it's weird because I feel like I'm so misunderstood, you know, it definitely by Astrid, you know, but it's all good.
Can I just say that whole thing seemed crazy without getting into it?
Yeah, it was crazy, but I mean, it's just weird how you can be misunderstood, and I don't fucking know what I'm doing. I just know that like we're trying to find God. You know what I mean?
It always comes to that every time we're on this podcast now. I mean,
Yeah, but it's a never ending pursuit. So that's why we have never ending content to talk about with different people who have experienced it in different ways, right? And that's what we're doing here. That's really what we're trying to do, you know. And it's like other people see us and they're like, oh, I have other motives to exploit you, or I don't know what they think. But really, I'm trying to just find God, right? But I also want other people to find that through watching us find it. Because that's what AA really is. It's somebody getting something from someone else. I mean, if you can't go up and share about your experience and have other people relate to it, then that's literally AA. So I'm just using my phone to share it with more people. I mean, that's all I'm doing. I'm not like I don't know, like the CBD thing was crazy because I was talking to her on the phone and she was like, you know, you're a director and you know how to kind of present things in a certain way, but I'm just trying to capture the truth in the moment. Like you were just crying on my couch, Johnny, and I wasn't trying, but I wasn't like trying to make it any more than what it actually was.
Yeah, you know what's a trip, man, is until you trust somebody, you can't really open up like that.
Right.
I was but something told me when I first met you,
Yeah.
and I was drinking, I said, man, this guy knows.
Yeah, well, let's go back to Billy. What were you going to say?
I would just say that all those things exist at the same time. Not just where nobody's just one motive, you know, they're all going at the same time. Wow. And they're all battling each other. And so, yeah, we're all going to fight. We're going to all try to get what we want out of life. Yeah. But at the same time, we're going to balance it by being a good person because we know that it benefits everybody. But I wouldn't say that you're just one way motivated or anybody is.
Right. No, you're right.
And you can get out of whack. And
yeah, you're right. No, I definitely, I'll just admit it. Like, I definitely think that everything that's happening with you and with Elliot and with me and my wife, I think it's all like really entertaining content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
however, we're just we're just trying to stay sober. Me too.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, that's it. Because I don't have anything without that. So it's like, that really is my primary, that really is what is above all of it. Like, like, let's be real, Billy. Let's be real.
Okay.
I don't really need, like I'm going to be all right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really.
Without me, you're saying.
Without this show, without any of it. Like, I got Rich Production. Like, we're good.
Yeah.
I don't really. We're doing all the
But I was
videos for
gonna
the
drink
palms.
the other night, and you know what? The TikTok and you being my sponsor, and you letting me feel comfortable enough to call you, dude. I was right outside 7-Eleven.
Wow.
And I haven't had a sponsor that I felt comfortable enough to call, and just and voice how crazy it sounds to myself.
Wow.
And you were like, but play the tape through.
Yeah.
And then I hear that before, but I didn't understand what the fuck that meant because I couldn't visualize a tape. But when you painted an artist's picture to an artist, you said, "No, like all the way, like it's a movie. Imagine all the way to the end." And I literally, I get like flashes. I thought like Forrest Gump, like where Jenny's like, "Nah," and he's like, "I'm not a smart man. I know what love is." And then all of a sudden, like a bad ending. Like imagine Forrest doesn't get Jenny, and they don't have a little smart Forrest. Like I was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna go get this beer." And 2 seconds later, I'm going to have no sponsor, no friends, straight fucking homeless. And in a second, he broke it down for me, Billy. He broke it down for me in a way I had never visualized and encapsulated to where I'm sober.
That's amazing.
And I'm an alcoholic. Like
so that's
not proudly, but I am.
so. What you know? There's this thing about.
Why
like,
would you even say probably?
No, not proudly. I'm saying like some people are like I'm an alcoholic, but they don't fucking drink vanilla extract.
He said proud.
Like I drink vanilla extract.
But so
I'm an alcoholic.
and I remember in my early sobriety, one of the main things that was keeping me sober is people who had what I wanted, like Michaelis and Rob, and even like Robert Downey Jr.
Michaelis, yeah.
No, just people that I thought were cool. So, and that's why, obviously, that's a big part of what's motivating me to. Oh my God, it's so awesome. You know, people would come to my sober living and they would speak, and I would watch them speak, and I'd be like, oh, this guy's so cool.
Yeah.
I just want to stay sober and try to be a little bit like them, or maybe I could be their friend, or maybe I could just be cool like them.
Well, you know what? That's kind of a thing too. Like I saw Billy's got something I really want. He's calm.
Yeah.
And so look, you guys are like a parole board for me. I just don't know if you know that. Grand sponsor and sponsor. But like when there's 2-on-1, I get like nervous, you know, like social anxiety.
Yeah, we broke Johnny down the other night. I just came in and told him he was crazy, and I hurt his feelings, but I was.
Yeah,
we got to know that. I
did.
guess.
Yeah, but there's also like a really cool fear element to keeping someone sober too. So I think you were able to unknowingly provide that for him, right? Where I was kind of like shooting the shit with him all day and walking. And then you showed up on like the.
I was a little heavy,
Yeah,
heavy-handed, but it probably needed to happen.
It was
right?
really good.
Yeah, no, it definitely broke me down. Because
You did what
I really respect you, and I the thought of losing you guys because of mental illness, or realizing that alcoholism is a mental illness, and that
Well, just let me just say right now.
it was fucking terrifying.
Well, let me just say right now, like it's not possible. You're not going to lose me. That's for sure. Like it's really not possible. I mean, you definitely can alienate me if you like came by here on like a blackout and like destroyed my house and tried to fuck my wife or whatever. But honestly, like no, but I'm just saying like I'm so crazy that I know.
Yeah.
Let me finish.
Okay.
It's a revolving door and there's nobody in it for me, at least I'll always forgive anyone for anything, even what happened the other night, like, because we're all alcoholics, we're all sick, and we're all capable of crazy shit. So it's like there's nothing you could ever do that would cause you to lose, air quotes, me. So you're never gonna lose me, and even if you are not sober, I'm still gonna answer your call. I'm still gonna want to try to help you get sober. But I think some people aren't ready.
Thanks, man, for that. That means a lot.
Yeah, I know, and it's so cool because you say thanks, and I'll say, yeah, thank you too, and I love you guys and all this stuff, but like, it's really not like for you.
Yeah.
I'm not really like.
No, I get that. I know it keeps you sober.
It's just a part of what we do in this, and that's why
But not everybody. You know, there's a couple different AAs going around.
Yeah, but no, there's not, Johnny. Those aren't AA. That's not AA, and that's why this Bill W. We just started this Bill W. documentary.
Oh, is that how you know about him sleeping on the couch or something?
No,
That's how I know about it. Yeah.
But are you sure that's factual?
No, that's factual. I'm sure.
And he brought
remember
that
how I
up,
made a
and
deal
was
with you?
like,
I
he's
wasn't-
like, you guys are doing like old school AA.
Yeah, like I wanted to start a group called the 39 Crew. So back in the day, I used to be part of this Knuckleheads group. There was like maybe 5 or 6 of us in the back of this dude's yard in Venice in like 2009-ish. And now Knuckleheads is like an actual, there was probably 5, 6, 15 of us tops. And it got to be like, now it's like so-and-so and yada yada. And everyone wears shirts. And there's like an actual crew of men, young men, that keep themselves sober. And they go to a group called Knuckleheads. I thought it'd be cool if we started a group called the 39 Crew. And I don't mean to become like some Clancy, and I don't want to say this, and forgive me, Clancy. But like, people are like, my sponsor is Clancy. And they're just sucking Clancy's dick. Like,
So have you read A New Pair of Glasses?
yeah.
Wow.
I read like a tremendous amount.
Have you read The Alchemist?
No.
Can you read that
Yes.
as like a sponsor direction thing?
Before I forget, let's get Noam Chomsky on the Audible, so we can listen to that guy.
Yeah, you can just get it, and I'm trying to read the Carl Jung stuff, but I can't. The memoir, it's like his life story. He's like, I don't get it.
Young gets into animus enema, or animus enema. Do you know what that is?
No, but hold on. Can we just hold on 1 second?
Sure. Okay.
No, just because we were talking about something that was cool.
What was it?
Well, you were like kind of like speaking to someone that's special and important to you through the podcast, and I was talking about being misunderstood, and I was saying on the podcast, and I also said this to Astrid on the phone the other day about how I just wish that we could have had like a kumbaya, come to God moment.
I really thought that was going to happen.
Yeah, and I just want to say that like oh man, it's such a tricky thing, because it's like, when people are in my home, if you're going to be coming into someone's home, I think you sort of just need to know, okay, like there may be security, especially my home, right? Like you already know.
Yeah, but I think we do have to make some.
Yeah,
We have to go
especially
to
when
some-
there's like new people and
Yeah.
But I also just think that like people in general should understand that like, being filmed is very different from having something posted.
Right.
It's very different. No one ever is going to see.
Yeah, but they assume you're going to post it if it's.
Yeah,
good.
but that's crazy. The tiniest percentage of what's actually filmed, like the majority of like takes are on the cutting room floor. The majority of, if you make a movie, 90% of what's shot doesn't make the movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
thought
so
that
it's
at
just
first. I didn't understand what was happening or what this was, and then I understood like, okay, we're doing a Fight Club style life where we get rid of all ego by literally, not airing our dirty laundry, but talking about the shit.
But I also want to say that I'm not forcing, nor do I want to ever force anyone to be a part of that club. So if you're coming into the house for someone's birthday, like you reserve the right to be like, yo, sorry, I don't want to be on the thing. And I'm going to be like, all right, cool. But we don't need to start, getting crazy.
Well,
but
the same.
No. I don't want to say too much. I just want to say that like, so you, and then you were saying, I wanted to talk about you said you were playing to us, because I just wanted to talk about how Billy's going through such a hard time, but there seems to be this kind of light in you, and you're like, I don't know how you're finding, it almost seems like there are times when you're happier than I am. And I don't know what that's about or why that is, or can you kind of touch on how you're feeling and just sort of how you're getting through this and what you're optimistic about in the future? Like, do you feel good about being able to take your life back and kind of be?
Well, I mean, yeah, if that happens, and it looks like it will, I just feel really, really blessed by like divine. Okay, I'm just going to tell you the truth. I feel like I do my very, very best to live by principle. Not a good person, really flawed, but I try my very best to be honest and live by principle, the principles that I've learned in AA and my other stuff. And I feel like it's working because not only am I mentally flawed, but I'm physically broken. I mean, just everything. But yet I still seem to be doing better and better as time progresses, even when people try to hurt me and fuck me up. And even when I believe that they're probably going to be successful, I land in a better place.
So you're just
again and again and again.
Yeah. So you're just kind of
so
like,
it's a testament to fucking 12-step and principles.
So you're in the moment, and you're in a nice place with people who obviously love you, and you haven't really lost anything yet, and you're staying present, and
I'm kind of my own man because I'm making my choices, and I've chosen to be part of this. I'm aware of that. It's not like I was manipulated. I chose to be part of this, and I enjoy it, and I enjoy having people around.
Yeah.
I've been living in this household, financially not making it, taking care of someone who doesn't even want me.
Right.
It's just been hard for a while.
Yeah, yeah. And you're such a good guy, and you're so... Yeah, I think sometimes it's really hard.
Granted, I understand that she has feelings and why she may feel the way she does or whatever, but
for sure.
Still, I'm living in a house where I'm not wanted.
Yeah, and Veronica resented me for a long time because alcoholic men, we're very selfish and self-centered, and we care more about our feelings than the person we're with a lot of times. And if you do that for a long time, your significant other can start to develop a resentment, and it's difficult to get over that, and it's difficult to get past that. And sometimes I'm super grateful that Veronica's not an alcoholic. And I think that probably is part of the reason why she was able to get over it.
And there's just some girls out there that aren't, how am I going to say this?
Kind.
Well, no.
No,
it's not
Turn
that.
into puppets.
There's some girls that are more like one of the guys. You know what I'm saying? Like Danielle and Veronica.
Yeah.
And they're not so sensitive. I mean, they are.
No.
But like they
Veronica,
understand a little bit what it's like to be a dude or something.
No, she's not the sensitive one. I am. And I also think that that's part of what makes a good couple. There can only be one like really sensitive person in the couple.
Yeah.
You know, because if they're both like that, it's going to be hard. So I'm the girl in this relationship, and she's like more like the guy. You know, usually it's the girl that's like,
yeah, no, I get it.
I'm that person, and I've accepted that. And then, you know, but yeah, I just want to say I'm really stoked that you're able to get through this, like the way you're getting through it, and you're not like groveling on your knees and like crying and like being this victim and self-pity. Like you're not doing that. And I just want you to know that living by principles the way you are, it's making it more it's making it easier for me and us to be able to do what we're doing. No, I'm not saying we wouldn't be doing it if you were moping and crying, but it even says in the book, like we're on the step where it says, remember there's something about how it says when you're wallowing in your self-pity, like you're affecting others around you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that really hit home for me because it's like we're on step 8, which is,
I don't know if it's that step, but like it's oozing from your core or something.
Yeah. Well, it's about how we're hurting others. So I owe an amends.
By wallowing in self-pity, we're hurting other people.
So I now owe an amends to Veronica for just being depressed. Right? Because I'm not thinking about her. I'm like, ooh, I'm hurting.
Yeah.
And now she's hurting.
It's very selfish.
Because it's a selfish thing to do. And it's like, I don't know, that victim pity party thing, like that could be real easy for Billy to be doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like you could go there. Ego. Come on over here real quick. Can you talk to us?
Hey, Veronica.
Will you just tell us what you were just listening to? And will you also tell us why you're letting Billy just like live here and bring all his shit into the house?
I'm listening to the Oprah and Eckhart Tolle podcast as they go through the New Earth book.
Yeah, she's been like going hard. It's crazy. She's been trying to like meditate, and she's reading this like other book and like trying to do all this.
Well, I
cool
do it really
shit.
slowly. I've actually been listening to that podcast since a year ago, and I'm only on chapter 3, but that's okay. I still get a lot from it each time. It seems to be the right thing. It seems to be at the right time, it comes in. So yeah, they were just saying that, and actually you came to mind. It was saying that when you take something personally, it's ego, and when your ego gets hurt, it's like ready to like rebuild itself. Like if you're, it's essentially like, I tell you something you do bothers me. I heard what you just said. And then you make it about, you're like, you're like, you're hurt and upset.
Yeah.
Instead of, and just like to start.
Right.
But what's cool is just to start to break the ego down, is just to become aware of it.
Yeah.
Is the main thing. But like, I mean, you guys talk about this a lot, but like, it's hard because I don't really express feelings to you very often. But when I do, you're always like too hurt to hear me.
Yeah.
And it's about you immediately. And it's your ego being like, I just got cut down. I'm going to grow 10 feet higher. And like, that's where the resistance comes from.
Like, what's an example?
Yesterday.
Hit me.
Well, what you were just talking about, that I'm upset with you.
Oh.
That I was just upset with you because I'm like, this is like a lot. Like, I need to get away. It's just a
Right.
lot. Like, because I'm like a really organized, structured person, and like I have been trying to meditate, and that's like I just did over there right now. It's fine. It was great. It's at the end of the day, but I feel like I'm trying to get shit done, and it's like the Pat show. But as far as Billy goes, I just feel bad for you. I don't know if you knew, but I cried before even Astrid called and before she even called Angela. When she started yelling like that about being filmed, I went outside and I cried because I felt so bad
Yeah,
for you.
you like disappeared. Oh, because she just went right to like from 0 to 60 like in 1 second, and you just left.
Well, I had to pee.
Yeah, I felt that too. I felt like as soon as that happened, I was like, up.
I
There
just
it
felt
goes.
bad for you because Summer got sick, and I knew it was a big deal for you to be here. And then I knew a lot of people didn't show up on your birthday, and then she came here and did that. And I really like, before I even knew how gnarly it was gonna get, I felt something for you that I was like, oh, this is like that. Like, I just cried. I just couldn't control the tears. It was weird because I don't cry easily.
Yeah, you have like a heart that feels things.
Well, you
Like,
guys tried to plan this nice thing, and it was awesome, but not many people showed. And I
Right.
met Summer, and I was excited for Summer, and she got sick. And
Yeah.
it was just a bummer.
yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like I knew, I just had a feeling what happened wasn't going to go well. But
Right.
I just feel like we're, like Pat said it the other day, we're in a fortunate place that we get to live somewhere like this. And so
Yeah, we're just straight up white, privileged, silver spoon.
Starting to see that a little more when you gave me those headphones.
I mean, that's just where we're at now.
Yeah, this is a cartoon for me.
But we weren't.
You told me, yeah. That's what makes it cooler, is that you didn't come
Well,
from
that
this.
that is what makes it cool because
Yeah.
we
me
know.
either. My parents were immigrants, and like
Yeah.
I don't like wasting food because we didn't have a lot of money growing up. Like, my parents worked fucking hard, you know.
Hold on.
My parents weren't there when I was little because they were working. And luckily I had my grandparents, but like,
Can I just play this real quick? I just want to play this real quick for you guys.
That's what I don't think people
Yeah,
understand, and
what
I
is
didn't
it?
understand, is people with money doesn't mean they're not what you think. They're just individuals. Like some, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
we
but
have
this is
that.
something that I want to talk about too. That Billy and I have a connection on this. That I used to be really not prejudiced, but
I was straight
skeptical
up
and
prejudiced.
scared, like angry, because I always thought that people with money, You know, it's like it's crazy because like in
Yeah,
the hood,
I
if I needed $60, it's gonna be the poor dude with $100 who gives me 60.
Yeah.
It'll never be my friend Linda so and so.
Yeah, but
who's
I
got $20 million? She would not give me $60.
Yep. Okay.
Facts.
But I am that dude.
Yeah.
So check this out. This is where I came from. Okay.
Right.
This is my dad. This is what happened to my dad when I was 10 years old.
Right.
Father's Day, and my dad's an electrician, but he met a very wealthy pharmaceutical woman, and now he lives in this house. But we haven't always lived like this. Our life has changed. What happened after you got divorced?
I lost everything. I lost my clothes. I lost every single thing I had in my life. All I left was my sneakers. That was it. Yeah, she called the police and said I hit her.
Did you go to jail?
Yeah, for the weekend. For 3 days. I was pissed off about going to jail, so they
Well, what's going on now?
They brought me to county.
This is a redemption story in 1 minute.
A redemption? Oh, Rudy said I would never own a house again. Your mother said that I was going to lose my business.
How many houses do you own now? He owns like 5 that I know of.
Okay, cool. There's your redemption story. Father's Day.
So I remember when my parents got divorced, we lost the house, and my dad was living in. He rented a room from a woman. I mean, this is like times a million compared to where my dad was, and we were a little older than Summer when this happened. And so my brother slept on this pile of clothes in the room, and there was like these water beds. He rented a room in a woman's house.
Yeah.
Okay, it was actually a room that was attached to like a bathroom, and there was like another room attached. So I slept in this water bed. I remember when the earthquake happened, the '94 earthquake. It happened in that room, in that room he rented. And then my mom, we lost the house, but we didn't just lose it. Like me and my brother punched holes in all the walls and like wrote on graffitied the whole place and like lit a fire in the backyard. It just started getting dark because my parents weren't very good like parents, and it all just totally fell apart. And then my mom started renting this little apartment complex across the street from Agora High. It was like $900, literally the shittiest apartment that you could have in Agora. It's a nice neighborhood. I mean, it's a nice city, but it was $900 a month. That's what the apartment was. And my dad was renting the room with the lady, and that was like for years. That's what it was like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then my dad, he's worked so hard. He's in New York, grinding, electrician. He's like a money magnet. He just doesn't stop working, So he started making enough money to buy the house on Tackleberry. And then he gutted that house, and we started living there.
Right.
While my mom also had this other apartment, and that house became a construction site. Like imagine this house, but with nothing, just like concrete.
You had water and electricity, but all the like walls.
So I went down to Home Depot and I got some of that green golf turf. Put that in my room.
Oh, the fake.
That was my carpet. I had a mattress on the fucking floor.
Yeah.
The sheets were just, I don't even know where they came from. They were just sheets that I found. And I had a snake cage, and I convinced my dad to get me some turntables and a MPC, and I started making music. And people started coming over, and he would like give me money, so I would like buy a bunch of weed, and sell it, and start making money that way.
Started hustling.
Yeah, and it was just like a fucking shit show. So it's like, but all the while he was developing this relationship with my stepmom, who's very wealthy, and he met her because he did her landscape lights.
Wow.
Right. So I remember digging trenches in Dr. Vincent's house, and I thought it was a guy. It was like the most wealthy person that we did work for.
Okay.
And, then they got married, and I filmed the wedding on my high-8 camera.
Sure.
High on Xanax and Oxycontin.
Praise the Lord.
With blue dreadlocks. And I was running around the wedding. I cried at the altar because I was like one of the best men, but I cried just because of all the shit we had been through, and I just felt like something was like she didn't know who I was, and nobody really knew how bad it was for me except for I knew.
Right.
And I ran around that whole night filming people high,
Yeah.
like making some art piece house thing
Yeah.
in my mind. You know what I mean? Just craziness.
Because your whole life changed that night.
Yeah, it did. No, that's what it
Your
was.
whole fucking life changed.
No, that's what it was. Is I knew my life was about to change because he was marrying a woman who had a lot of resources, for
Right.
lack of a better word.
Isn't
you know?
it crazy, like the comfort that happens?
Yeah.
When there's just a safe place to come home to. You know what I mean? Like for example, when I leave here, I got to go back to the hood, and there'll be like dudes on bunk beds. Oh yeah, I'm staying here tonight. But I'm saying like,
Yeah,
you know, like my
that-
parents' combined income never exceeded 40
That's
40
gotta
grand.
suck to know that you have to go back to the hood and there's fucking
It does.
junkies. You're living in a. Let's talk about that a little bit
Oh
because
my
I don't.
God.
That racket bugs me. So tell us about your sober living.
Well, I'm not going to give the name because I
But yeah,
I
you
live
don't
there.
do
But
that.
I live in a place, run by an old Jewish Russian pimp. And it's,
what?
It's a Jewish Russian pimp. Like in like where like Russia meets like Russian mob meets fancy cars, but it's hood as fuck, dude. I mean, there'll be dudes slamming dope in the bathroom. You know, dudes jerking off on the bunk bed. So I live behind let's call it like a tattoo shop, and the guy that owns it, says he's got 40 years sober. I mean, he knows all kind of PG people and stuff. Shows up dressed like the fucking, Dalai Lama. But
What?
I know he's pimping girls. I know he's pimping girls. I know he's pimping girls. I know who's getting. And what it is, so I'll have every desire to stay sober. And you, when you come home, you're like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, puppets in the bathroom again. Give me that crying blowjob, motherfucker. Hey bitch, come out your pocket. Hey, you got a cigarette, Johnny? And then I show up, they're like, hey Shakespeare, what it do? You want to hit this pipe? I'm like, nah, man. So I had 3 years off crystal meth, and I'm not gonna say none of these people made me relapse, but I had just been through. I'm sober. I'm mixing concrete with a really good man, Michael, who does great. Well, I'm mixing mortar and plaster. And, good sober guy. Gives me a shot. Still my friend. Still work for him on occasion when he needs me to. Love this guy. But I guess gone to court. My daughter was living in North Hollywood with her grandma. Sweet old tenured Mexican lady. She's a tenured professor at Cal State Northridge. I'm seeing my daughter. We're going to church on Sundays.
Wait.
Everything's great. I come home to this, and listen, and there's a dude smoking crystal meth on the bottom bunk, and and there's like 20 bunk beds, and I'm like, shit, I'm having a bad day, and
so
it just happened to be a situation where I like to get sauced a little bit because I'm an alcoholic, so I had a couple of Angry Orchard IPAs, or no, Angry Orchard apple ciders, because for me, I fight my alcoholism, like I don't try and get drunk. I really thought that I was just going to have gluten-free Angry Orchard apple cider and that it would be different. And I had a six-pack. And so I come home and, everyone's loaded because it's loaded living.
Well, that's why you got emotional on that documentary when Bob said he'd never had the juice thing.
Yeah, because I think that way.
Or Bill.
When Bill W. said, it occurred to me. How do you say?
Raw fever ran high in this New England town. He goes, it occurred to me after about 6 years, I had never had a pop off vodka.
What did he say?
No, it was juice.
Appleberry or something.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I think that way. I think it'll be different if I drink a different
Do you
liquor.
realize what you just did?
No.
He asked you a question about your rehab. Oh. Right, Billy?
I asked him about the sober living he's currently living in and how it's such a fucking racket because if you go online, it looks like paradise.
Oh, sure. Oh, they got fake pictures.
The pictures are completely fake. Jacuzzis and shit that don't exist.
Straight, dude, we live in a garage behind a fucking tattoo shop. That's
And
just
everybody's
like bunk
fucking
beds.
slamming dope.
Human trafficking, bro. Straight the fuck up.
So, can I ask you a question?
But wait, I don't want to get sued or killed by the Russians.
Don't wait. Well, you didn't say any names.
Okay,
I'm sure there's more than one of these in Los Angeles.
Dude, nobody's listening to this.
But here's the deal. Now, I just want to segue. There's that. And now what about the sober living you're checking out and trying to put together? Let's hear a little about that. Because you went today to go check a house out for the first time, right?
Yeah, and it's going to be amazing, dude. I mean, I don't know if you saw this. Billy, you've been so crazy today. I don't even think you saw this.
I don't...
We're here looking at this sober living house. house. Dude, this is crazy. It's like perfect. Why are you telling me to shh? Whoa.
I love it. Manager type deal back there. Your sponsor.
Oh, he
Live
went
back there
too.
on the property. But
Did you hear what he just said? Listen.
So we're here looking at this sober living house. Dude, this is crazy. It's like perfect. Why are you telling me to shh? Whoa.
I love it. Manager type deal back there. Your sponsor could live back there on the property. But yeah, once you get some time in the house, then you end up going back into the studio living.
Yeah.
Like a little more rope to hang yourself. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. What's this waterfall and pool?
Yeah, that's insane.
There's a lot
That's the
of
house?
things we have to remodel. You know what I mean? There's a lot of space, so it's going
And even just getting rid of those big beds. We're here learning to lose program at Graceland.
a meeting area out here for when it's nice.
Yeah.
You know, we'll do a candlelight or barbecue, campfire meetings out here. The game room,
Couch.
the pool table, the couch, the boys can kick it in there. We can put up one of those little Buddha like huts and stuff like that there, like a hut with the circle and couches in there. Like, Palo Santo burning.
Fucking Palo Santo burning.
Wow.
He has like all these really cool.
But you didn't
like,
show the house at all. All I see
have
is,
a whole YouTube video of the whole house. I have the whole.
Can you tell me a little bit about it? I'm just curious.
But yeah, I will. But I just want to say, can you? Well, yeah, it's going to be amazing because like I'm not getting into it to like make money.
Yeah.
And I think I kind of outed myself when I said that to him because he was like, "Well, there's one less person that we got to worry about." But like,
Wow.
I really don't give a fuck. Like, I just want to actually have groups.
Yeah.
Like, I wish that like we could have the house right now,
Yeah.
and you could be like one of the people in the house. Like, we could just do like we could start right now.
Yeah.
You were just talking about this place you're in, and I'm like, can we drive down to that place right now?
And go in the back.
No, and move you the fuck out.
I know. I wish there was like a lot
I feel bad he's got to go back there.
No, it's cool, man. I need
no.
this. So
What?
I mean, I needed to see it again because so this is interesting. So from going with where I was going to kill myself about a year ago, and listen, forgive me, Jesus, I would never do it.
Okay, don't get way off
No,
subject.
but I'll be quick.
though.
I'll be quick.
Okay.
To where Danielle hits me up on Facebook and it's like, dude, I'm gonna get you out of there. In fact, you're gonna write a script for me, and you know what? You're a fucking star.
Yeah.
I was in a trailer making tacos in
love
20 below
Danielle.
zero, Wisconsin. A trailer making tacos for $8.50 an hour. I need you to know, minimum wage in Wisconsin is straight fucking like you're just not coming out of poverty. Like forget it. And I was 50 pounds heavier. I was like just fucking at the end of my rope, and I was praying to God. I was like, God. And my daughter only comes to California. Her mom's like 52, dating a 25-year-old like little guy in South America. I'm never going to see my daughter ever. I got no money. I'm off a Skid Row. I got 3 years off meth, but nothing's getting better. So I start drinking again, and I'm drinking myself to death in a fucking trailer, working at Taco John's in La Crosse, just hating life. Love my family. Love all of them. You know, my brother David's there, great man, really good person. But I was dying, and all of a sudden, ding, friend request. I think I said, hey, it's a long time. I hadn't seen you in a while. And she's like, oh, my God, you look like life has changed. Because I'm all fat and I got like a beard and there's like pictures of me with my little nieces and nephews. And I look happy, but I was dying inside. I was seriously like debating razor blade, open casket, closed casket. And I believe in this. Like the name of your place is called Graceland. Like God's grace is sufficient. Check this out.
But
the manager of the place that Danielle put me up is Tamara Blessing, like tomorrow blessing. Then your place is Graceland. Like I don't know if it's being an ex-tweaker, but I put shit together like that. Like hold up, what? Like wait, Graceland.
The Learning to Lose program.
It's grace. It's gonna be grace, like God's grace.
Yeah, but
'cause when does that happen? When do you get flown out from a fucking trailer and put in a
but
mansion?
here,
and
stop.
then- yeah.
But why are you going back? I'll tell you about. I mean, look, the sober living is going to be fucking amazing. Be beautiful. There's room for 13 people comfortably, and it's just going to be awesome because it's going to be a really structured.
I'm all curious about logistics and stuff.
Yeah,
I won't bore you with that.
No, it's not boring.
Can I tell you, Pat?
No,
honestly,
you can't.
I'm triggered.
I gotta
bro.
pee.
I'm really
again.
triggered at this place in LA.
Well, I know,
the
but
fact that I lived on Skid Row doing crystal meth, and every day I crave it since I did it.
No. What I'm saying is, why are you going back to Wisconsin? Why can't we just get
because
your
it's
shit?
not there. There's no crystal meth.
Okay,
There's 30
okay.
days away from it. My brother begged me. My sister begged me. My mom begged me. She just broke her wrist. I've got an older brother and a younger brother and a sister.
Okay, well, can I get on the phone with your mom tomorrow?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what I'm saying? This isn't going to be like luxury. This is like poverty. But these are good people, and there's no crystal meth.
Well,
and it's 30 days, and I promised. If I could get 30 days off meth again, I could be free.
Yeah, but hold on.
But dude, I come home to it, bro, and it's
hold on, dude.
Yeah.
I just don't see the value. Help me see. Maybe I'm missing something. What's in Wisconsin?
My family and no meth.
Yeah, but that's not AA.
No. Now
you need us.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so I'll drive. We're gonna drive down to the place. We're gonna get all your shit, and we'll move you into the mansion, into one of the rooms, my stepmom's house, and you can work for me and Billy, and until the sober living opens.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? And then we could like really be doing step work. We could really be working on your sobriety.
Whoa, I mean, because hold up, this is crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
So you just said, so like I didn't hear that. Like I was like, that's cool. Like because like I'm going through this thing called anhedonia, where you don't get excited or like feel anything from the meth.
Yeah.
But then you're like, dude, I'm gonna move you into this mansion, and I'm like, what are the other options? Go back to the bunk bed with the Crips. You know what I'm saying?
You need to get out of that.
No,
Okay.
but how come I didn't get excited when you said that? I was like,
Well, because you already have this plan to go back to Wisconsin to see your family
for 30 days.
Yeah,
30
but
days.
like, I don't understand. I don't think that's a good plan
I told you to talk to him about it.
because you're going to drink in Wisconsin.
Well, my brother does have a brewery, but he won't. He said he wouldn't let me drink.
So the fear is you're just not going to be close to us, and
Yeah.
we're going to keep your fucking ass. You know,
I want to be sober, and I really believe this. I really believe that if I went to Wisconsin, I could stay sober for 30 days.
Yeah, but
come
that's
right back.
Yeah, but why?
Well, also there's this other
And-
part that I miss my brother, I miss my sister, I miss my mom. I just haven't seen them.
But
And
is that your mind fucking with you, getting you to the place where you're going to use again?
No. There's. Listen, Wisconsin
Because
is
I
like painful, dude. Wisconsin's painful.
Yeah, no. Just listen to me for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, your mind, you cannot outthink your mind, and your mind is going to fuck you. So you said you were going into...
No, I had planned this before.
You were
too.
going...
I had planned to see them for a month.
I know, but now you're in a position where we'll make you... We'll try our very best to make you stay sober. If you leave us, it's a little bit... I wonder.
Okay, but if I'm calling every day, like, and I had the freedom to call somebody where I didn't have that before. I didn't have a sponsor. I didn't feel welcome
and you
to call.
said you were going into a program. Is that the deal?
No, that's a real thing. There's a sober living that's structured. It's actually
That's a
it's
PTS
Catholic, yeah,
thing.
it's a PTSD therapy thing. It's run by the Catholic Church.
Is it lockdown? Can you come and go as you please?
You have to after a certain amount of days you get your phone back, but they let you use the house phone. And
Have you been there before?
No, it's what's it called?
Okay, but hold on.
What if it's a shit show?
No, my brother said he checked it out. Believe me, I've already run everything by my brother. And
Yeah.
he wants me to stay sober more than anybody.
Okay.
He's not one of those like, what are you, some kind of
So
faggot
how are
for
you going to
drinking?
come? How are you going to come back?
I've got a round trip ticket. So my mom said she's going to get me a round trip ticket.
And then what are you going to do when you come back here?
Well, I thought I'd just go back to the bunk bed, but I'd have 30 days away from it, and I'd see my family. You know,
You're going to go back to the bunk bed after you come back?
Well, yeah.
How much is
I
that?
don't know any other place.
Oh, well, okay, but how much is that place
It's like $600.
a month?
Yeah, which I can swing.
How much?
I can't swing $2,500 first and last. I can't. I don't have like parents that can be like, "All right, could you help me out?" And I'm not like making it like.
I get it.
Yeah. So I need to be like working, and I just need a full-time job, and I'm good. It's basic shit that like people don't get. Like if I just had a full-time job,
See, if
not
you
like,
had a sober living, you could do a scholarship or something if there was room. You know?
Yeah, to get it started, he would be in the house right now.
Yeah, so I'm like stocking shelves at the grocery store part-time because like COVID shut everything the fuck down. I used to have a full-time job where I could like, I was working plaster work and we had endless work. And my old sponsor, Michael, great person, wants to employ me all the time. Can't because no one's doing plaster on houses. All the families that had jobs making sick money and shit that could afford to get the extracurriculars done, and you understand that's coming from a poor family. They can't afford to get that plaster crack fixed now. So guys like me that are kind of blue-collar workers, we're out of fucking work. Now, the big corporations that got those union money, guys, they can afford that. They can get the new...
Tomorrow... This is why it's so hard for people, because they just don't have money. Like Derek's in Kentucky, and my brother's put up $14,000.
Yeah.
To get him to Kentucky, and this kid's now he's got a shot at life.
Yeah, but I don't need money to get sober. I just need a job, man. If I had a 40-hour-a-week job, I could do this. Yeah, but coming to LA with a backpack, bro, it's fucking one of the most expensive cities in the world.
So we have to.
You know what I'm saying?
We have to look for a place, another place that you can stay at, where there aren't people using drugs.
If you have 30 days to do that, it's a little bit of time.
Yeah. So that's what so when you come back, me and Danielle are going to figure out like where you can go.
Yeah, but it also has to be a place where I could interact with you guys and not be like at 10 p.m. curfew. And see that this place, at least it's so loose, so fucking loose that they won't even miss that I'm gone. Mm-hmm. No, like, dude, like you don't get kicked out for relapsing.
Well, yeah, but you
get kicked out for not paying rent. But like, if you can't come up with $600, you're straight.
But you're staying.
I'm alive.
Yeah, but you're staying here is probably safer than you going back there.
Well, yeah, but like I'm not gonna move him. Well, that'd be kind of an interesting story. Dude, that's a fucking movie script better than shit I've heard. Like the sponsor and grand sponsor living with the sponsee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just funny, but your wife would be not having it.
No, I'm just saying, well, there's like all bunch of rooms at West Bend, but like.
What is this place? What's West Bend?
It's my dad's, it's where my dad lives. It's.
What about your dad might have work?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying is there's work.
Dude, that would be dope, and I could learn a trade and provide for my daughter.
But you're going to Wisconsin.
Yeah, but like if your dad's like, dude, I got work, I could tell my mom, dude, I got a job working for an electrician. She'd be like, you could learn a trade. That's how my family thinks. My dad was a union carpenter before he became a farmer. Like learning a trade in my family is the most admirable fucking thing you could do.
Yeah.
Dude, so when I told my mom I was learning how to be a plasterer.
Well, just look at this. There's possibilities. Just stay fucking sober, okay?
Yeah. Well, we've got till July 1st.
This is the house.
Oh, that's crazy. Live with your dad?
Okay, so check this out.
That'd be so dope.
So check this out.
Yeah.
My dad will he'll get you started tomorrow.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be cool. I could work with the Mexicans.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm down.
No, these dudes know.
Not all Mexicans. It's.
Yeah, actually, you know what you could do is
but when he told me.
No, you could work with my brother.
Okay. But look, here's the thing.
Will he drive your brother crazy, though?
If you just shut the fuck up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And listen.
Yeah.
My brother will yeah.
Wait. I can shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I know, but
we're not going to be on a radio show. We're supposed to talk.
He is a good worker.
No, dude, I work with my buddy.
I know, but like I wanted him to set up the podcast, and he put the mic on there, and then he forgot about these mics, and that wasn't all the way tight, and he didn't know where to plug this into the back of the thing.
Well, yeah, because he's only done it once.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and also my attention is not.
But my brother will teach you the fuck out of a trade. Like my brother is ill with it. Have you met my brother?
No, but you showed me a picture one time.
He's like me, but like way better in like different ways. But we got to stop.
Okay.
And we're gonna do another one with you because he's just a whole nother.
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, I gotta just clean up and get to bed.
Yeah. So thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah. Peace
Good
out.
night.